Uh, Yo, what's good? It's Turn Two Podcast. It's your boy Coach Marcus
With Coach Zach.
yeah, and we back on our starting nine. We got I think the probably the best position on the field. It was
Your
just
favorite.
shortstop, dude. Shortstops all day. This is an exciting one where we just talk about what does it take for a good solid kick. 'Cause everybody wants to be a shortstop.
That's the
What
most
does it
popular
take for
position.
that little kid to become the starter on his high school varsity team?
A lot of baseball IQ to begin with.
That
You got to have one of the
Yeah.
highest baseball IQs on
you
the
got
field.
to understand what's going on.
And you got to almost man down the whole field with the catcher right behind your back. You know, even with the pitcher, if you see the pitcher struggling as a shortstop, you're usually one of the first ones that just walk up there and give him a little joke or something to ease his
go talk to him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's like the mental stuff, right? Like the mental stuff, I think is that mental stuff is what puts you into that elite level. So physically, though, what do you think? I think footwork, like you told me earlier, footwork is so important as a shortstop because there's so many different ways you can get around the ball. There's so many different ways you can feel the backhand, a forehand, a straight ahead ball. Like people think, like one time it's hilarious. I show a kid a backhand, right? And the parent only thinks that the backhand can go back. Right, like you have to go back,
to be running backwards,
or you have to go, somewhere to your right to go. But then I showed them how to come run in
and get a slow roller,
and come get a slow roller back in. You're like, what? I'm like, yeah, dude. There's so many different ways that you have to learn your feet.
Yeah.
And
everybody's different with all those positions too. Because you know, some might be more comfortable barehanded, some might be more comfortable backhanded, and to show these kids all that and let them get exposed to that at a young age.
I think shortstop or just fielding in general is my favorite thing to teach a kid. Hitting's okay. Hitting's just bland and it's all the same. But fielding, when you can actually teach a kid what it feels like to have rhythm, to flow through the ball, to where every time they field it, they never look like they stop. They just flow, man. That's way more satisfying to me as a coach.
I agree because when you're saying this, I'm thinking of first baseman's picking the ball.
Yes, when they just start picking,
it's nice,
and it just looks comfortable. They just get confident with it, and so I think that you have to have great feet.
Yep,
and you also have to have really good hands because, like you said, you have to put your feet in certain positions, and your glove also has to be put in certain positions.
Yep,
and then not only that. They might pop up and you got to be quick with it and poof, catch something like that.
Quick with tags.
You got to be good with
lots of plays at second base.
And being really creative on how you're going to tag. It's not always just catch and tag. You got the pick from the back. You got the spin. You got so many ways coming up the baseline and tagging him as he's sliding. There's so many different ways.
And when somebody's stealing, those plays are the most exciting.
Oh, it's so fun. It's catching the shortstop, baby. Just come on, baby. Give me something. I got you. I love throwing runners out. Or not throwing runners out, but catching it.
Tagging, put the tag down.
Okay, so we got footwork. We got hands. I also think you need to be somewhat quick. I don't think you could be the slowest guy out there because you got to have some range.
You got to have.
You're at shortstop to make those big time plays. So if you can't get to the ball, then you lower your percentage of big time plays.
And when that hard ground ball gets hit, it's quick.
Yeah,
you know, so it's not like you have a lot of time to read.
Shortstop. I love shortstop. We literally talk about this all day. So then you go to what type of drills does a good shortstop need to do in order to accomplish those three things?
Well, you have to find some things for soft hands, right? So you got to start with the paddle or something. Yep. You got to be able to exchange the ball into your hand without closing your glove. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't take a big crow hop or nothing to throw this runner out at first because he's hauling down.
Yeah,
you got to be able to go catch, grab, throw. Not even with a big step.
So my biggest thing that I teach kids is you got to be able to go whole hand in and grab the baseball. Okay? When you feel the ball, you have to be able to just, as soon as it comes in, trap it. And that's how you get that quick transfer out. Too many people try to go in it with like a four, like trying to get
try
a
to grab the
four-seam or
four-seam
two-seam.
automatically.
Yeah. Nah, whole hand grab it. And by the time you get to this position, you're throwing position,
found the seams.
You're going to find the seams naturally. So I think, yeah, I just think that those drills, those everydays are so important. So just working the flat glove, working just your hands. I do 20 in the middle, 20 backhands, 20 forehands every day. You have to be used to it, and don't just do little rolls.
No, it has to be intense.
Go with some short hops. Start to teach kids how to, let's say, see a ball. Okay, so there's one drill that you can toss the ball up, and the kid has to be able to time it and pick the ball, not catch the ball. We want them to pick it quickly.
Let it bounce
off the ground. Yeah, and there's different things like that. But I think also just doing the routine stuff every day is really good because you have to be able to make the routine plays.
The habits. The good
habits. So like we do a rolling routine with our infield, right? Like it might seem bland, it might seem boring, but I picked it up from one of my favorite infield coaches in college, where coach gets some balls and we're rolling them, and the infielder is required to field it perfectly.
Right.
Because it's just a roll.
Right.
So all you gotta do is get footwork and glove timing. Footwork, glove timing. That's all you gotta do. And practicing your angles and just doing stuff like that. Don't skip that stuff.
Because when you do skip it, you lose that second nature.
Yeah.
You don't get around the ball so smoothly one time, and you trip up, and that 2-3 steps you gave the runner, he's safe now.
It's a lot different when you go to fungo and live hitters. So if you don't have that stuff ingrained into your mind from just a relaxed standpoint of just doing some nice, easy rolls, you're not going to naturally do it in the game.
No.
You're going to struggle. You're going to be that kid that sits back and gets eaten up half the time.
Yeah.
Because you don't practice your footwork. You don't practice how to go get it. So coaches, dads, moms, when you are practicing infield with the kids, do not go out there and just immediately go, okay, here's barrel the baseball. Here we go. Good luck. No. Get them started with some stuff. Get them
the absolute basics.
Yeah.
The best of the best guys do the basics.
Yeah, it don't matter what age. Like I said, we did that in college. You're talking about we were number one in the country.
And I'm telling you, the guys who are getting gold gloves, they're doing that. They're not skipping that.
Because shortstop's important. That's so important for shortstop. But yeah, so that takes us through like a regular high school. If you have those skills down, you're going to make a high school team. Maybe not varsity, but you're going to make a high school team.
You'll make your high school team.
Okay? Now, in order to be a freshman impact on a varsity level, I think now you have to, and obviously if you're making that type of impact, we're also talking about that kid that's about to go to college, right? You got to be able to understand the game of baseball through and through. You're involved with almost every single play that's on the field.
And we didn't talk about cuts. What you think of cutoffs?
That's part of that baseball IQ that you have to know. Because let's say cutting relays. You got to understand that a good shortstop is to cut off to third base at every single outfield position. Should be. Right? They have to know where to position themselves. You got to understand the line between your outfielder and the third base, or second, whoever you're throwing the ball to, right? The outfielder to third baseman. You got to understand that line because you better not get set up for center field the same way you get set up for right field.
You got to turn around and throw.
Because the outfielder's job is not to hit you. It's what? To throw through you. And if they throw a good ball through you, it better be in line with the third baseman. You know what I'm saying? It can't be in the line and we're
not tagging nobody out.
Yeah. I think you have to understand the field and where you are at all times. So cutting relays, I think, are really important. That's where you get hands, footwork, all that we talked about in the beginning.
And I want to say that sounds super easy. Oh, understand where you are in the field.
No,
of course, it's not. It's not super easy.
You think it is?
You have to. That's preparation before the game. You walk out to your position. You scout out your new field because you're probably away. You're not playing home games every time. You're playing somewhere away, and you got to get used to that field.
Yeah.
You got to pretend your center fielder's out there, your left fielder's out there, and get into cut position.
And that's just that visualization, that preparation, like you said.
Yep.
That takes you to that elite level. I think also you have to. Most guys don't know when we say like, okay, you think you know cutoffs, but you really don't. Come out to one of our practices and let me run you through.
Right.
I bet you don't.
Right.
I bet you don't.
Now you're really good at coaching the cutoffs.
Yeah, like because I did it at shortstop forever, and I learned what everybody has to do. Second baseman, I can tell you this is why I get actually like annoyed with some of our kids shortstops sometimes because they know the second baseman shouldn't be somewhere,
right?
But they just allow them to stay there. Dude, when I was a player, if our second baseman was going somewhere, I was like, no, you go cut, you go, or you go do this, you go do this. Like
you're talking while moving.
Get
the bag.
Yeah,
get something.
It's quick. It's quick and it's to the point, and the shortstop is the one that's supposed to be in charge. Like, let's go. You are the quarterback. You got to go. You know? So I think shortstops have to be able to talk to each other as well. Not each other, but talk to everybody on the team. Everyone. Can't tell you how many times, like, I've been on a team where, like, one of my coaches, or, like, I'm on a summer team or something like that, like some pickup team or something. Right. Coach don't really coach, right? But I'm at shortstop and I see some stuff. I'll turn around to my outfield and say, hey, left field, play this way a little bit.
Right.
Like, yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, that's what takes you to that league because you're okay. You understand the whole entire field and you're okay with directing people. That takes you to freshman varsity starter, and that takes you to D1
scholarship.
Yeah, type stuff, right? And then you got to know bunt coverages, dude. First and thirds and bunt coverages. You're involved in almost all the, first and thirds in some way capacity. You got to know when you're going to second, when you're going to back up third, when are you coming in for a cutoff. There's so many things that you have to make sure of.
You're involved in every single pitch and play. Yeah. Don't even lay you backing up the pitcher when the catcher throws back. You move in every time you're moving.
That's another thing that kids don't understand. That shortstop, you better be backing up the pitcher every time the catcher throws back to the pitcher. No, it just keeps you engaged too. Does. You're not just back there,
a head turn, digging in the dirt a little bit. Yeah,
they'll do that every single pitch.
How about their bat? Most shortstops, I mean, when we see get into the major league and college, there are a lot of leadoffs, aren't they?
A lot of shortstop is one of those positions where either you do it or you don't. So it's funny. Shortstops, and you'll notice this now after I tell you this, shortstops usually go one of two ways. Either you can hit really well,
or your defense is immaculate.
And your defense is kind of trash. Or your defense is immaculate, but you can't hit the broadside of a barn.
So to be that superstar, do you think most of the superstar shortstops are both hitting and fielding, or do you think they've lacked one or the other?
I think in high school and going to college, I think hitting matters more. So many more errors are happening, but coaches can always say, I can teach you how to field a ground ball. But hitting is natural. Right. Hitting is something that, yes, there's a lot of hitting instructors that can get you mechanically right. But to actually hit a ball,
to have that hand-eye coordination.
That's God-given.
Right.
Either you got it or you don't.
Right.
It's hard to teach a 19, 23-year-old how to hit. It's easy to teach them. Because I did it for 3 years. It's easy to teach them how to field a ground ball. But to hit? Nah, I can't break 20 years of terrible.
And now we're talking about high quality pitching along with it.
So to be honest, I'm not saying don't work on defense because I think working on the defense is my favorite thing to do. Okay, but I think in today's day and age,
that bat's going to hold you down a little.
Yeah, the bat's going to hold you down a little bit more.
That's going to make coach say, "Wow, let's start him."
Because you know what happens a lot, and some of y'all might disagree, is that kid that's really good with this defense that can't hit usually gets moved to second base. And
I knew you were going.
And the kid that can hit, goes to shortstop.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah,
but there is plenty of guys that can do both. I'm not saying there's not. And yes,
but no, you're right. I think it does a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Tilt the other scale the other way. You know what I mean?
No, so, in a perfect world, I think that a shortstop should obviously have good defense, but I think their job on the field is to hit gap to gap, get on base, steal bases, and I think that's your job.
Yep.
But there's home runs out. Yeah, there's like that now we got shortstops who, like I said, go look at travel ball. I'm not saying it's right, but go look at travel ball. You got your big kids that hit home runs at shortstop.
True. That's true.
And they can't get to a ball. They make errors, but they go, they hit 3 home runs during the tournament.
Do you think that's a pride thing? Like, oh, my best hitter has to play shortstop?
Yeah. I think that's inexperienced coaches saying he's my best player. I need to put him at shortstop. Or he's my best hitter, whatever it is. Yeah. I think a lot of coaches get into that.
I think that's because that's how my brain went down. That's how the road it went down.
But yeah, I think there's a lot more that we probably cover. We'll cover for another episode. But shortstop, to kind of go over what we just talked about, got to have good footwork, got to have good hands, and you got to be able to make the routine stuff. You got to make the routine. The routine can't be questionable. 7 out of 10 times is not routine. You got to get to the 9
out of 10, 10 out of 10.
And not saying that you can feel 10 out of 10, but you have the consistent footwork.
Those basics are right.
Yes. Because in baseball, anything can happen because you can play on bad hops, on all types of stuff. But if you have good footwork and you have good timing, your hands are out there, 9 times, 10 times out of 10, you're going to be good. Yeah, you're going to be good. But yeah, I also think we didn't really cover this. You got to have more range than the average kid too.
Got to know how to take angles.
Yeah, angles are huge because there's so many plays that I made in my career that I was like, how did I even?
Because shortstop's also playing shallow center field, shallow left field. Bro, you're covering all that ground. I'll never
forget. This is one of those plays that I'm talking about. We were playing Loganville. Okay, we're at Loganville. I'm at shortstop. There's a deep ball in the hole towards third base. Running,
those are the ones.
Not even thinking about it. I'm running. I slide like I'm sliding into a base with the glove. Pop up. Throw a freaking rocket over there. Dude, you got to be able to make. Yeah, got him. He's out. Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, that's all. No, but but I think shortstops need to have that ability.
They have to
get to those out of range baseballs. Those balls cannot be hits every time.
I was about to say because if they don't, it's going to be a base hit.
Yeah, it's a base hit every time. Yep, every time. You also have to be able to charge the baseball. Oh, we're getting back into shortstop. Yeah. See,
It's a lot. It's a lot. Athleticism, baseball IQ, feet work, soft hands.
Right. Work on those things, guys, first. And we'll get to some more stuff later. But hey, this Turn 2 podcast, and we out.
We're out.